Hey everyone, it's Sam here from Sugar Spun Run, and today I'm showing you how to make refrigerator pickles. My mom has been making this refrigerator pickle recipe longer than I can even remember. Every year we would use up all of the cucumbers we get from our garden to make these refrigerator pickles. They're sweet and tangy and so good, I could eat a whole jar completely by myself. Today I'm going to show you exactly how we make them, and I think you'll be surprised at how easy the process is. Now, to start, you are going to need 3 cups of thinly sliced cucumbers. For me, that's usually about 2 cucumbers. You do not need to peel the cucumbers, but I do usually slice off the ends and dispose of those. Now, when slicing your cucumbers, make sure you slice them as thinly as possible. As you can see, I like mine really thin. Now, you want them to be thin because we're just going to be letting these refrigerator pickles sit in the fridge overnight. It doesn't need a lot of time, but if your pickles were thicker or if your cucumber slices were thicker, it would take a long time for them to absorb all that flavor. They just wouldn't taste as good if you use thick slices. That thinness is a big part of the appeal of these pickles. Once you've sliced all your cucumbers, you'll want to place them in a medium-sized heat-proof bowl. The next thing you're going to need is 1 cup of thinly sliced onion. Now you can use a white onion or a yellow onion, but my personal preference is to use a sweet Vidalia onion. And once again, we're cutting these slices really nice and thin. This is about 1 cup of thinly sliced onions, so I'm just going to break them up a little bit so the rings aren't all inside each other, and I'm going to add them on top of my cucumbers. Set your cucumbers and your onions aside, and now we're going to head over to the stove top. You're just going to need a small saucepan, and to the saucepan, we are going to add 3/4 cup of white vinegar. We're also going to add 3/4 cup of granulated sugar and 1/4 teaspoon each of mustard seed, celery seed, ground turmeric, and salt. Now stir everything together, and we're going to set our stovetop heat to about medium-low. You'll just want to cook this on medium-low, stirring pretty frequently until the sugar is completely dissolved and melted. Once this comes to a boil, we can go ahead and remove it from heat, and we're going to pour it over our cucumbers and our onions. Now make sure you stir your onions and your cucumbers together with this vinegar mixture so that all of the onions and all of the cucumbers get nicely coated. Once you've gotten everything thoroughly mixed, you'll want to try and get as many of the cucumbers and onions submerged as you can, but not everything is going to fit under that liquid, and that's okay. All that's left to do at this point is let the refrigerator work its magic. We're going to cover these pickles and let them sit in the refrigerator overnight. These have been sitting overnight and they are ready to enjoy. Honestly, my husband and I usually eat these pickles right out of the bowl, but I feel like pickles are always best when served out of a jar, so I'm going to be putting them in a jar just for storage. And that is how you make refrigerator pickles at home. I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It is one of my family's favorites, and I think you are going to love it just as much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. This is going to be my personal jar. These are so good. Hey, if you guys enjoyed today's refrigerator pickle recipe video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you enjoyed today's recipe, here are a few others you might like as well.